we are going to discuss about Cartesian sign conventions which are generally followed in mirrors and lens. Later, we are going to get a relation between image distance, object distance and focal length of a mirror. Right. So, this is from inter second year ray optics and instruments topic, and here we go. So, first we need to concentrate, we are going to study about Cartesian sign conventions which generally we follow in mirrors. And second point of today's class is we are going to derive mirror equation. Let us consider a concave mirror, something like this. Let us consider a principal axis that exactly passes through the center of curvature of the mirror, and we pretty well know about its focus, and the geometrical center of your concave mirror is its pole. Now, how to get the signs of this focus, image distance and object distance, particularly in mirrors? Often we measure distances from pole to focal length is defined as focus, and the distance between the from pole to the center of curvature, this is defined as radius of curvature. And of course, wherever you keep an object, it may be beyond the center of curvature, after the center of curvature, the distance between the object and the pole is defined as object distance, and the distance between the image formed and the pole is defined as the image distance. Now, let us consider any particular arbitrary direction of an incident light ray. Let me consider the direction that is parallel to the principal axis. So, all the distances that are measured parallel to the incident light ray, they are taken as positive. I repeat, all the directions of all the distances that are taken parallel to the incident light ray direction are taken as positive, and the directions of those distances which are considered away from the incident light direction are taken as negative. Similarly, all the distances that are measured upwards from the principal axis are taken as positive, and all the directions of the distances that are measured downwards from the principal axis are taken as negative. So, downward negative, upward positive, and along the incident light direction positive, opposite to the incident light direction negative. I repeat, all the distances measured parallel to the incident light direction are taken as positive. All the distances that are measured opposite to the direction of the incident light are taken as negative. Similarly, all the distances that are measured upwards from the principal axis are taken as positive. Similarly, all the directions that are measured downwards from the principal axis are taken as negative. And the distance from the pole and the focus is called focal length. The distance from the pole and the center of curvature is called radius of curvature. Okay, what is focus? Focus is that point where all the rays meet after getting reflected from the mirror. So, this is about your Cartesian sign conventions which we follow in our mirrors. Now, the next point which we are going to study today is beautiful mirror equation which is mostly applied in mathematics also, in solving mathematics of our physics. That is, students, the power which we have, the lens which we have, short-sightedness, we use concave mirror. So, we say negative sight, and long-sightedness, then they use convex lens, not mirrors actually, lens they use, that is positive sign. So, that all those signs, they base upon this sign convention, they have fixed those signs. So, now let us go to this mirror equation, right. Beautifully explained mirror equation. For this, let us consider a concave mirror as usual. Let us assume a principal axis. Consider an object A, B, which is placed beyond the center of curvature, and let P be the geometrical center of the concave mirror, that is pole. Let us assume a light ray AD traveling parallel to the principal axis in this direction. After getting reflected, it travels in this direction, and let this point be focus where all the rays generally meet. Then let us assume another light ray that is passing through the center of curvature C and falling on the mirror, touching the mirror at E. Okay. Now similarly, let us assume, the light ray that is passing through the center of curvature gets reflected back along the same path. Okay, after hitting the mirror, it gets reflected along the same path. Now let us assume another light ray that is coming from A and that is falling at the center P, and after falling it again reaches the same point. And here we are, the meeting of all these reflected points generally is the image formed of this due to this object, and that image will be real, inverted and diminished. That image formed will be real, inverted and diminished. When will we get this image? When we place the object between center of curvature, beyond center of curvature, and where will we get the image? Between the center of curvature and the focal length. So here are some points, students. In your SSC previously they used to teach these topics, that where the object should be placed and where will we get the image. If the object is placed beyond the center of curvature, then the image will be formed between the center of curvature and the focal point, focus. And what type of image is that? Real, inverted and diminished. Virtual image also can be formed. So various situations will be there. All these situations may come as objective for your competitive exams. So please make a note of all those things after. But as far as you have in this topic, this is enough. Now here we will solve this equation based on one common geometrical principle of similar triangles. Hope you all remember the principle of similar triangles. From geometry, we have that whenever two triangles share their base or any of its surface in common, then their ratio of adjacent sides will be equal. So we are going to use this property. We will apply for two sets of such triangles, and finally we are going to get our mirror equation. This is a simple principle hidden in this concept. So first of all, let us consider two triangles. What is this? Okay students, we say this is triangle DPF and A dash B dash F. Triangle DPF and triangle A dash B dash F. I'll draw the image of it in a simple way because this has been clustered, right? Yeah. So DPF. This is A dash B dash F. If you can see here, the triangle A dash B dash F and DPF, they are sharing common base. So from principle of similarity, the ratio of their adjacent sides should be equal. So the ratio of these two sides should be equal to the ratio of these two sides. So what happens? From the similarity principle, I can write this as B dash A dash by DP is equal to this by this is equal to B dash F by FP. B dash F by FP. But what is this DP? This is almost equal to this. This is almost equal to this. Okay. So B dash A dash by BA or AB, this is equal to B dash F by FP. Let this be equation number 1, because both these are equal. Is it not looking same? Okay. 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. Now this is okay, I think. This side is equal to this side. So this is what. Next set of triangle which we have is, we have triangle ABP. These two angles are similar, sharing the same boundary. So this is something like this. Something like this. Yeah. These two triangles are same. This is P. ABP. This is one triangle. A dash, B dash, P. This is another triangle. So then obviously same thing happens. What is that? Ratio of their boundaries. I made a mistake, I think. It should come somewhere here. This is F. So now what happens from this? B dash A dash by BA will be equal to B dash F by FP. So B dash A dash by BA will be equal to B dash F by FP. So B dash A dash, these two triangles ratio will be equal to this. So B dash A dash by BA will be equal to B dash P by BP. B dash P by BP. So this is equation number 2. From equation number 1 and from equation number 2, both these are equal, right? So what is that? From equations 1 and 2, B dash F by FP is equal to B dash P by BP. But what is B dash P? This is B dash P. Okay. So what is this? The distance between F and P, this is focal length F. And the distance between this image and P, this is image distance V. The distance between object and P, this is object distance, isn't it? Isn't it? So now here, so FP focal length, we generally measure from pole, distances will be measured from the pole, but the incident light is in this direction, isn't it? Incident light, so opposite. So what we say, minus F. And similarly this is also from pole, we have to measure image distance, isn't it? So P dash P is minus V. Similarly BP, BP is also minus U. Now here B dash P by BP is equal to B dash F by FP. But what is this B dash F? B dash F is nothing but B dash P minus FP. This is equal to this minus this, isn't it? So that is B dash P minus FP by FP. So what is this? B dash P minus V, BP minus U, What is this B dash P again? Minus V. Fp minus F. So minus of minus plus F. By what is this Fp? Minus F. Clear? We substituted directly. Now we will cancel these two things, and here we will take minus and common. Minus common, and we'll cancel that by minus F. Isn't it? This is equal to V by U. Minus minus cancel. This can be written as V by F minus F by F. This is equal to V by U. This is nothing but, what is this F by F? 1, cancel, isn't it? So this is V by F minus 1 is equal to V by U. V by F minus V by U is equal to 1. Isn't it? So we will take V common here. 1 by F minus 1 by U is equal to 1, which means 1 by F minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by V, which finally means 1 by F is equal to 1 by U plus 1 by V, which means our mirror equation is derived. This is our mirror equation. I repeat once again, all of you please concentrate. Let this be a concave mirror. Let us assume a principal axis which is passing through the center of this concave mirror. Let P be the pole of the concave mirror. Let AB be the object placed in front of the concave mirror. Let us assume incident light ray or a light ray falling from the object onto the mirror. It gets reflected and passes through the focus of the mirror. Then another light ray, let us assume, passing from A traveling towards P, and even that reflected light ray will pass through the same point which the previous ray has passed. Let us consider one more light ray that is passing through the center of curvature of the mirror. Even these three light rays will meet at a point where actually the image is formed of that particular object. The image thus formed is always real, inverted and diminished if the object is placed beyond the center of curvature. The image thus formed is real, inverted and diminished if the object is placed beyond the center of curvature. Next, the distance between the pole and the focus of the mirror is called focal length. The distance between the pole and the object is called object distance. The distance between pole and the object is object distance. The distance between pole and image is image distance. Now here AB is our object and B dash A dash is our image. Now here we are taking the property of the principle of similarity of triangles. When two triangles are similar, then their ratio of their adjacent sides are almost equal. So here we have considered two triangles DPF and A dash B dash F. DPF, this is one triangle, and A dash B dash F. So this is one triangle, this is another triangle. I have drawn the diagram of cross section of that, DPF and A dash B dash F. So this ratio of these two sides is equal to ratio of these two sides. So what is this? B dash A dash by DP. B dash A dash by DP is equal to B dash F by FP. B dash F by FP. What is DP? DP is almost same as that of AB. So B dash A dash by AB or BA is equal to B dash F by FP. Let this be equation number 1. Next, we are comparing another two triangles. What are those? Here I forgot to write. A dash B dash P